Well, guys, it has been an absolutely wild day, but allegedly we're here. I mean, obviously, don't
Hello?
quote me.
Can you see us? Are we out of the Matrix?
I think YouTube is fixed for the most part. It shows it's live on my side, but hey, listen,
Um,
I don't know anything.
I see us, but it could be an illusion from
I
all the
see
medicine I've
us.
been taking. So
That's
don't
true.
let don't look at my nose, chat. Don't make fun of my Rudolph nose. I'm sick.
If you hadn't have said anything, I don't think anybody would notice anything's
I know.
wrong.
It's not that bad, but it is like I
No.
can see it like, when you blow your nose like a gajillion times in 2 days.
Yeah.
But I'm just letting them know if I start getting giggly and delirious, it's probably the Dayquil and the tea.
It's the meds, guys.
I'm on meds.
She's all drugged up,
Yeah,
ready
I
to.
got my Leon duck. He's gonna protect
He's
me.
so cute. I think
Yes,
I need one.
did you do? Hold on. Did I show you Claire?
I I don't remember. I don't think so.
How cute.
Oh,
Her
she's
jacket's
even
even
cuter. Is it like a hard shell?
no, it's but her jacket. Oh, actually, the bottom.
Yeah, because
ASMR.
the plastic of the coat, it looks like it's like hard plastic or
Yeah,
something.
it is like to be like the leather shine. Yeah, it's super cute.
Yeah,
I actually
that
should
is
put her up
cute.
here with Leon.
When did those come out?
I don't. I think this year actually because I remember Blabs tagging me in it. I'm like, I got them already, and I was like, oh wait, no. So not I had the mini ones, and they were big. And then Wiley Dave sent them to me.
Oh, they are super cute. I'm gonna have to snipe some off eBay or something for probably 800 bucks a piece.
I'll ask Wiley where he knows where to get them. He's got the hookup. He'll find
That's good.
he'll find the cheap way to get it for you. So
They are very cute. But yes, guys, YouTube has been super, super gay today for like, I don't know, an hour or something. Like it was doing this thing where people were live, but it was freezing or it was like a black screen and like infinitely loading. And then it was not loading chats. Then nothing was loading. Like even the YouTube dashboard was broken, but apparently it's fixed now. I mean, we'll see if it actually stays that way, but it's like they unplugged it and then replugged it back in and
some
apparently it was
idiot
fixed.
tripped over the cord. Some
You
intern.
you would think that for a platform this big, like you wouldn't see a complete site-wide outage. You'd only see like maybe like a certain subsection of channels being down, but like it was down for everybody.
Yeah, I've never had that happen. Like I've had problems. I mean, we've all had problems with YouTube. I've never had it like that. I thought it was on my end. I'm like looking at my internet. I'm like, and I went on the computer and it still wasn't working. So phone computer just wasn't working. And I'm like, I see people live, but I noticed certain people like when Ryan was live, he only had like a few hundred in there, and I'm like, that's low numbers for Ryan. So like, there's
Yeah.
definitely something going on. And then other people had only like 50 people in their chat when they normally have more. So I'm like, okay. It's definitely something on the YouTube side, but we fixed it. We plugged it back in, guys. You're welcome.
Well, YouTube was lying to me because it said, "Oh, like internet connection problem or like connect to the internet." I'm like, "I am connected to the internet. Stop lying to me." Okay.
Stop trying to gaslight me, okay?
Yeah, but that's how this platform goes. And I guess it could be worse. We're here now, apparently. So we'll see if it
Allegedly.
stays that way. I know. It's just gonna be us sitting talking for 2 hours. Then people later are gonna be like, "So why didn't you guys ever show up for the stream?"
I know we're like hallucinating the chat right now.
We are. Corey, thank you for the 5 right at the start. I asked the Scarecrow if he enjoyed his job. He said it's not for everyone, but hey, it's in my genes. Not gonna laugh out of her.
Listen,
Even
I'm on too many meds.
while she's drugged up.
I'm all hopped up on Dayquil and tea. That didn't get me gory.
Yeah, it was kind of rough, but
Uh,
I, I
he
I
tried.
appreciate the intention
A for
behind
effort.
it. Yeah, it counts.
Here, Leon's looking at
Saw.
you now.
Oh, they're so cute.
They are cute.
They really are. Thank you for the 2 months. Hi, the beautiful Wicked and Vara. You should get each other hair color for Halloween for a stream. If you were watching alive, you were okay. Well, I don't. Have you said what we're doing yet? I don't. I don't think I
Oh, no,
haven't
we can
said
tell
it.
them if you want, or we could wait.
The only thing I will say is that I've never dressed up in the history of my channel, and Wicked has convinced me. That's
And
all I'll say.
we're gonna. It's a couple costume, kind
It's
of.
a couple.
It's a couple costume.
It is, but they go together. Ours go together.
Like peanut butter and jelly.
Yes. So-
Peanut butter jelly, though.
That's good enough. Don't tell him. Don't tell him anymore. I
won't
hate
tell him.
keeping secrets. I'm not good at it. So
I know next week she's gonna be on a
now
show.
everyone's
By
gonna
the
be
way.
guessing. They're gonna be like, "So is it this? Is it this? Is it this?" Don't do it, Chad.
Don't do it.
Ian, thank you so much for the
Ian.
100 pounds. Hey, I never catch you guys live. Finally, anyway, good night.
I know it's like 5 a.m. for him. Go to bed, Ian.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for the support. I, of course, do appreciate it. Well, guys, I guess we can end the live stream now.
That's it. Ian's going to bed, so we
No.
gotta go to bed.
Yeah, that's true. But thank you so much
Thank you
for that right
Cheers.
at the start of stream. I know Wicked's got some tea. We were having the tea discussion earlier. I'm just not a big fan of tea unless it's sugared with lots of lemon. Otherwise,
She just takes the sugar and
yeah.
it's like, wait.
Yeah, see, that's good. That's all I need in my life.
She needs a sugar rush.
I do. I've got a bit of a problem. Hollywood guy, thank you for the 5. Vara, do you know? Oh, do you think we will see this apocalyptically ran? The woke says they will do, or it will come off as a whimper. I say whimper. If you mean like is woke gonna like go away, or do you mean like if it's going like if it's here to stay? Because I think that's what you mean. And if so, I think it's a tough conversation because things take forever to change. And it's like with the video game industry, it takes 10 years for some games to be developed, right? So we're not going to see that change at least anytime soon in the video game industry. But you know, it's nice to think. It's nice to have hope. That's for sure.
Yeah, you gotta have hope. If not, we're all just gonna be miserable.
Yeah. I mean, apparently, according to some people on the internet, you're not allowed to enjoy video games if you're an adult because you can do better things with your time, like getting a PhD.
Oh yeah, that's a good segue actually. If you want to pull that,
It actually is, which I think it's just so funny. I think it's so funny when we see stuff like this happening. So, of course, there's a group of people on the internet, right, who think that, oh, if you know, whoops, wrong one. If you play video games past a certain age, you're wasting your time. And of course, I think that's ridiculous because video games are a form of entertainment. It's escapism, just like movies, TV shows, looking at paintings and playing instruments. And life isn't just meant to be lived in the most miserable way possible. And James Lindsay is a very popular political commentator, author, and I'm sure a lot of you know him because of his woke right argument that he did push. But there was this thread that was going on talking about, you know, liberty, and somebody had said, makes me wonder if Lindsay has ever played video games. On the rails is not a compliment. It's also worth asking, is someone ruled by a king but taxed a maximum of 10% of his income with a minimum of regulation inhibiting his ability to run a business more or less free than someone in a democracy taxed 50% of his income? So it's like a big conversation that, of course, I'm sure plenty of people had before, but he decided to very simply respond at first, which now he's tried to like damage control. But he said, I'm 46 years old. I stopped playing video games when I was 25. Then I finished a PhD. When I was a child, I spoke as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put childish things away, which, wow, for somebody with 544,000 followers, he's getting quite the ratio. 5 million views, 2.5k comments, 1.1k reposts, 1.3k likes, and thousands upon thousands of gamers saying, yeah, this is a really stupid take, because he doesn't, so he uses part of this quote, which is from C.S. Lewis, but he doesn't show the entire thing. And I know Disparu had like highlighted it.
He's like,
But
let me finish that for you.
yeah, let me fact check it real
Yeah.
quick. And it says critics who treat adult as a term of approval instead of as a merely descriptive term cannot be adult themselves. To be concerned about being grown up, to admire the grown up because it is grown up, to blush at the suspicion of being childish, these things are the marks of childhood and adolescence. And in childhood and adolescence, they are, in moderation, healthy symptoms. Young things ought to want to grow, but to carry on into middle life or even into early manhood, this concern about being adult is a mark of really arrested development. When I was 10, I read fairy tales in secret and would have been ashamed if I had been found doing so. Now that I am 50, I read them openly. When I became a man, I put away childish things, including the fear of childness and the desire to be very grown up, which, of course, it's a phenomenal quote when it's
Oh
the
yeah.
full thing and it's actually being represented accurately. But we're talking about a guy here
He's
who tosses around swords. And listen, I don't want to shame people for their hobbies, but if me playing video games is childish, I think LARPing as a knight is childish.
Oh
You know
my
what?
gosh,
Sure.
absolutely. No, it is. Okay. As someone who likes to cosplay, I think that what is that? What even is that? Okay, but no, that was funny. And Disparu's comment got more likes than his post.
Absolutely
It got 4K.
fucking based.
But seriously, okay, so I just take it this guy's a lefty because they love to just take
So
parts of a
James
quote.
Lindsay is actually very right.
Is he really?
Yes.
Yes. We don't claim him, okay?
Yes,
The
he
middle and the right
is.
do not claim him.
Yes. Well, okay, I wouldn't say very right, but he talks about
Lefty.
cultural Marxism and how it's destroying society. And, it'd be very tough to go into everything about him and his history, but he coined the term recently, woke right, and he's infuriated basically everybody. So now the people that he used to be in with don't like him as much as they used to. And he believes himself, an intellectual above the others, which, as you could see, because he finished a PhD.
Yeah, well, that's how they think, right? Like we seen this with the stuff with Charlie, people coming at him like he didn't have a college degree. It's like, yeah, but he's way smarter than you with your college degree. You know what I mean? They love doing that, and it's not that, hey, if I want to be a doctor, I'm gonna go get a degree because it's very important. But people throw around like their college. I know. I was gonna say, well, nobody just a PhD in what? That was my next point.
I don't know, actually.
Yeah. I don't it's stupid because it's like he sees other people enjoying something and he's like, I think that's childish. And I actually had friends like that. I want to say probably like high school. I've always played games growing up. I was so into games, and this is going to lead into what we could maybe bring this the next topic. But so I'll leave it for the next topic. But I had friends that would tease me just jokingly, but they didn't play video games and I did. So they're like, "Oh, you're a nerd." It's like, "Oh, you're gonna go get drunk and pass out on a hill? That's better than sitting in the house playing a video game. Will you go have fun getting drunk and passing out on some hill with everybody hanging out after class?" You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there are people that think that it's childish, and you're absolutely right. It's just another form of entertainment, and that's why a lot of us are getting so mad that they're putting all this social, political crap in our games. Because we're trying to have some escapism. And at first the games weren't really touched, but then over the last, I want to say 5, maybe 10 years or so, they started sliding things into there.
So he's got a PhD in mathematics.
Cool story.
So, hey, hopefully he'll use that. Hopefully he'll use that to calculate this fucking ratio.
Math sucks.
Math sucks. It's for fucking nerds.
Yeah, you nerd. I'm gonna play a video game. That's better than doing math.
So hilarious. But you brought up Charlie, which I thought was interesting because so okay, where is it? He oh my god! Holy fuck! This all from the past hour?
Wow. Is he really? He's arguing with people then, huh?
So wait. Let me get this straight. So playing video games isn't a good spend of your time, yet this is.
arguing with people for 4
Holy
hours
shit.
on X.
So he tried to like damage control, and he actually brings up Charlie.
Really?
And it's a as you can see, he's got a lot of time on his
Russian
hands.
novel. Dang.
But he talks about, which he says, I'll start by talking about something Charlie Kirk said that impressed me, though. In one of his many famous clips, Charlie is sitting there on the Abominable Whatever podcast, is talking to some OnlyFans girls who are being nasty with him. The debate at that point is over porn, as one might imagine, and Charlie is very human with her, as he proved to be almost all the time, really walking the Christian walk. So the point of his post is that Charlie had basically said, you can do what you want, but there's better things to do with your time on God's earth, right? That there's better things to do than playing video games. And I think that it's really, I get that was Charlie's stance, but it's almost gross to me for him to bring up Charlie in this way, because he's doing it as a shield. It's like how, you know, there are liberals who will say, oh, well, I'm black, I'm a woman, I'm LGBT, so that means you can't criticize me. And I get it, right? Charlie had opinions that many of us agree with. And I'm not saying that he couldn't have those opinions, obviously. And it's fine if, you know, James Lindsay has that opinion too. But the problem is that James Lindsay wasn't initially arguing that you have better things you can do with your time. It was, well, you know, you're basically a POS for this being what you want to do with your life. Like, he even says, you know, how he had completely, which I think is funny, completely mastered Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time.
Weird flex, but okay.
Yeah, like that's gonna get him like respect or like gamer points or gamer cred or something. Like, yo, bros, I was just like you once, and then I grew up. Right?
Yeah.
But
I'm never growing up. Okay.
Yeah, but it's like he says he was doing a PhD and he was, you know, a training a martial art he took pretty seriously. Like, congratulations, but again, your whole argument is that it's childish by using part of a quote that completely went against the stance that you were taking, that you were trying to promote with that quote.
He could have gone about it differently and been like, because there are people who, like, I remember back, like, I had friends in college that, like, even for like video gaming or like partying, but we'll use video gaming because some of them did that. Like, they gamed too much. They would be up like super late playing games, and then they mess up at class. Like, it's about time management. Some people can't do it, but a lot of people, I would say probably most people, because yes, there are video game addicts, like people that are addicted to it like a drug, right? And that's all they want to do with their time. But there are people that
really, how many people is that? Maybe 1% or 2% of the 3 billion gamers that there are?
Yeah, so he could have gone about it in a different way, like, you know, about time management and stuff, because what he doesn't understand is that that's how some people unwind. Like, someone might have their 9 to 5 and then they come home and they're like, oh, okay, this new game came out, I can't wait. Like, I'm always going to be like that. My mom actually used to be like that. She had like calluses on her hand playing Super Mario, like for the Super Nintendo, and she'd be, I got to go to work, I got to leave in 5 minutes. okay, pause. And like, because, you know, it's just a way to unwind and, like you said, entertainment, escapism. So I just think he went about it in a total wrong way, just attacking all gamers. Like, if you play games, you're childish, which, as you can see, that ratio showed him just how stupid that comment was.
I mean, he's got 5 million views, 1.3K likes. My post got, also, you know what? Since we're making fun of people, learn to close your legs, bro. Oh, I'm killing Wicked. I mean, it's okay. I got 9K. 9K on only 200K.
Wow.
Catch this fucking ratio, bro. Do the mathematics on that.
Get on Vara's level.
He's got 600K followers. 1,000 people agree with him. That's pretty bad.
That means that all the gamer bros are mad.
Yeah.
They're like, it just seems so unnecessary too. Like, he's like, you know what? I feel like coming at gamers today, and then I'm going to spend the next 2 days arguing with them.
Like, yeah, again, look at how much time he's wasting. So video games, it's not a good waste of time or a good spend of time, not necessarily waste. But then this isn't seen as a waste of time. This is good. I mean, in the past hour, he must have tweeted like 30 times
Oh my
and reposted like
gosh.
30 things. Like, this is insane. This is a lot
love
of
your-
stuff.
your response.
64 likes with 600K followers. Bro, come on, you can do better than that.
Dang. That's
They're
embarrassing.
getting upset. Yeah, very, very intellectual commentary here. This is pretty bad. It's just so funny because he clearly doesn't know how much video games have grown over the years and how many people support video games and play video games, and to frame all gamers as being
Childish.
like childish and as if they don't have maybe families or lives or other hobbies is crazy, because video games are of course a form of escapism, and it's like people like this have the opinion that if you enjoy anything in life over the age of, in his case, 25, you're wasting your potential. But then it's like, stop wasting time reading, looking at paintings, listening to music, watching shows and movies. And it's just such I hate to say it this way, but such a toxic mentality of, well, you're not a real adult and you're acting young if you enjoy life. That's just so sad. And
That is.
I really want to know what he does for fun then, except for swinging swords around.
Swinging swords and arguing with people on X, apparently.
I guess so. Well, with X, I mean, what's he gonna do? Apparently, X is considering removing the monetization program. So if he can't make a few bucks off of it, he's gonna have to go back to just, I don't know, finding hobbies, which he hasn't done.
Maybe he can start
since
streaming video games.
Maybe. I wonder how much it'd take to bribe him.
I know. Probably not much.
Probably not. He's like, damn, I need a little enjoyment in my life. And I hate this. I hate this mentality of, oh, I have a PhD, so I'm better than you. Like, okay, and that's fine if that's the way you want to live your life and that's what made you feel accomplished in life. I would never sit here and tell somebody they can or can't do something with their life, but my God, that doesn't really give you any level of authority in this day and age. And I bet he's the type of person to demand that you call him doctor if he doesn't like you.
Oh my gosh, probably. I would never.
James Lindsay, he's got some good opinions. He's very well articulated. He's very good at putting his point forth and discussing topics like cultural Marxism. But it's statements like this, which is why I can't come to just blanket support certain people. It's like us.
Yeah.
I'm sure that there's things we agree on and disagree on, and that's perfectly fine. But when you're trying to sell yourself as some authoritative figure, and then you go on social media and you voice these opinions, this is why people don't take you seriously. Like, there's over 3 billion gamers worldwide now. So you're really just alienating people and attacking people.
I wonder what triggered him. Did he do that in a response to somebody, or he just
he
decided...
did it in a response, but it's like it wasn't. He literally could have just ignored this entire thing.
Yeah,
because it makes me wonder if Lindsay has ever played video games. And then this guy goes off on a tangent about, being taxed a certain percentage of income. And James Lindsay decided to respond with, I stopped playing video games ages ago, you stupid idiot.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that didn't go over well.
No, it didn't. So the ratio here is absolutely glorious. Sniping at other people for what they enjoy is the most childish thing out there. It's time to put away the childish things. And then he just puts laughing emotes. Even on laughing emotes, he's getting double ratioed.
15 likes, dang.
It's too freaking funny. This picture of him, this drives me up a wall.
That's a perfect response.
I mean, my God, he looks a bit special. And hey, I don't like to insult people based on their looks, but if you're going to attack my hobby, You're giving me free reign, that's for sure. I mean, even Disparu, 4,000 likes here just for posting the
The full
entire
quote.
quote. Do
Yeah.
you have a humiliation fetish? Debating strangers on
Clearly.
social media is 10 times more childish than playing a video game. And it's so true.
Mm-hmm.
46 is pretty young to have opinions that sound more like they belong to an 86-year-old. Nobody actually thinks video games are just for children anymore, Grandpa. You don't get any manliness points. It's like you have something like, I don't know, Dark Souls or Bloodborne or Resident Evil. Those are not products for children. So
No, not
if
at
the
all.
argument is all games are for children, that should mean that there should be no content that's for only adults. That's like saying, I don't know, you can't enjoy music because there's music in Coco Melon, or oh, you can't enjoy reading because you read a Dr. Seuss book when you were younger. Like, just because kids can enjoy the product in this medium that's for them, that doesn't mean that adults can't enjoy the games that are made for only adults. It's just such a stupid take.
It is. And I love the ratio there.
Yeah.
He's probably
I
not
love
going to
it.
do that again.
I don't
We'll
know.
see.
He just seems like he's engagement farming. Maybe the clicks for the month were down for him, so he decided, I need to go and argue with people on social media. Maybe if he did play a game, he'd be a little happier.
Clearly. But no, he'd rather go play with swords outside.
Also, hello, Raiders. I hope you're doing good. YouTube's been broken as fudge today, so
It's working now.
it is, allegedly. I know Ryan was having a hell of a time on his stream earlier, but hi, Raiders. Hope you're all doing good. Ian, thank you so much for the 50 pounds. Lindsay isn't even arguing. He's just retweeting people who mildly agree with him. Yeah, that is true. He's not really having like a discussion on it because he knows if he actually sits down and he gets the statistics, he'd be absolutely embarrassed yet again. Like, imagine having to tell this guy who clearly doesn't know video games at all, yeah, the industry brings in over $200 billion a year. He would be going insane over that statistic.
When he needs money, he's gonna start streaming video games.
My fellow gamers. I used to play games, but
I'm gonna play Zelda.
Yes, I am a master of Ocarina of Time. Like, put the fucking fedora away, bro. You're not that cool. Holy shit. Again, he runs around with swords, which I would personally think is pretty badass if it wasn't coming from a loser like James Lindsay.
No, he looks like a sweaty nerd. Like
Zelda, yeah, he said, shit, where is it? Hold on, I gotta find it again. He said he's a master. Oh my god, it's gone! Now I have to scroll through 20 minutes of posts again! Oh no.
Man. He tweets like a teenage
no.
girl.
There's so much of it. Holy shit. Okay, well, I'm gonna be here for 5 minutes, guys. Don't mind me.
Hi, chat.
Where is
What's
it?
up?
Oh, here it is. Here it is. Having completely mastered Legend of Zelda and Ocarina of Time.
Take that, gamers.
I know. Oh, and then he said that he played World of Warcraft to almost max level as a fire wizard.
Oh, he's the fire wizard, huh?
Yeah.
Good
And
for
he,
him. Happy
but
for him.
guys, he named his wizard Algebra because that makes him quite the intellectual.
Oh, algebra.
Such a loser.
That's probably like the gayest name I've ever heard for a character. Like, come on, you know what?
It really
I
is.
likes the maths, so algebra.
Yeah, right. I'm going to get my PhD in mathematics. So you will definitely know my personality here. Bro had to get a PhD in mathematics because a woman had never touched him in his life.
A 2-year-old could think of a better name than that.
Probably. But yeah, I mean,
nerd.
guys, he was a master of Ocarina of Time when it came out, so you better be afraid of him and respect his damn opinion.
You better quake just at the sound of his name, gamers.
I know. Hollywood Guy, thank you for the 5. I had already read that. Thank you so much. Skeptical. Thank you so much for the 5 day quill. Right. Anyway, good evening, Baron Wicked. Hope you get better soon, Wicked. I know she's dying over here, but she's a
Thank you.
trooper. She could have canceled.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I got this.
She broke YouTube so she could get out of stream, and it didn't stay broken.
Yeah, I'm the one that tripped over the cord. Sorry, guys. Someone plugged it back in though. Vara did. She's like, not today.
No. Hollywood Guy, thank you for the 5. I meant that some will complain about what is going on with BioWare. I mean, the BioWare situation, I've already talked about it quite a few times. It's really sad that, modern day BioWare is so far from the way that they used to be, and they're not even close to being the company that they once were. But of course, if BioWare drastically changes and like they fire most of the activists, we're going to see some major backlash from these people, that's for sure.
Yeah.
It's true.
We will. It's true.
Yeah. Sky Reaver, thank you for the £2. Hello, fake gamer girls. Great stream. Oh, that reminds me.
Excuse me. I have my controller right here. I play games.
It's holding it upside down.
I know. I play real good.
Have you haven't played Fatal Frame, have you?
No, that you've been playing that. How is that the spooky one you've been playing?
Yeah.
The one where I came in and you were like, the first thing I heard was, hello?
Hello. I think you would really, really like Mask of the Lunar Eclipse.
Mask of the Lunar Eclipse. Okay, let me put that in my thing now.
I had just finished streaming that one because there's a couple of the games now, but that one got remastered. I think that was last year's remaster, but that one was really good.
Oh, 2023.
Yeah, because it was a remaster of a Wii game.
Okay.
I think you'd really like that. It's not very hard, but it's very creepy. The atmosphere is definitely very spooky.
Okay.
So I think we should bully Wicked into playing Fatal Frame.
I'll play it. Only $40. That's cheap for games these days.
Yeah, well, that is true. That is true. But it's very, very good. I highly recommend it.
The list.
The Jabroni, thank you for the 2. James Lindsay is a Peter Puffer. James Lindsay has made 5 good points in his existence, and
that was not one of them.
That was definitely not one. Phil, thank you for the 2. Writes long post, expects TikTok brain to read it. It's funny that he's true. I mean, he thinks that people, so if he has such a low view of gamers, why is he trying to have a conversation with gamers? Like, if he genuinely thinks we're brain rotted losers, like, why is it that he's making time? Why what's the point? Right. Makes you think. Thank you for the 2. I like video games, but not as much as boobies. I mean, fair. Totally understandable. The games media will tell you you're a sexist for saying that, but I think you're just respecting women.
Yeah, you like what you like, man.
Yeah. Cabal, thank you for the 5. I think he's trying to get the eye of Liz Wheeler. Someone needs to tell Mr. Lindsay that she's already married. I don't know. Is James Lindsay married? Probably. I'd assume so. He's 46, right?
He's got a PhD, of course.
Yeah,
in mathematics.
I know. That's pretty impressive. That's all he needs in his life, guys. He doesn't have time for romance. He's too busy with his PhD that I don't even think he uses. Because, like, he does YouTube and wrote a book. So
he writes books on X, apparently, too.
Apparently. So. Dave, thank you for the 5. Having an advanced degree gives you the ability to bore people to tears on a particular subject. It doesn't make you a better person. You better go and tweet that to him, because I don't think that he knows that.
He might respond to you with a giggle gif.
Yeah, I mean, he's paying a lot of attention to social media right now, so he might get noticed by Senpai.
He needs a hobby.
He does. Steve, thank you for the 5. I bet this James guy loves Taylor Swift. Anyone with brain rot loves Taylor Swift, and I'll die on that hill. Oh, did you see? I saw the post on X earlier. Apparently, Taylor Swift just put out some new album, or she is putting out a new album, and there's a necklace, and they're saying it's a dog whistle to like bigotry and hatred, and it's hate symbols because they're emojis.
What?
Yes. Let me see if I can find this really
I don't even know what to
quickly.
say to that
I
right
know,
now.
I know. Well, it's like a lightning bolt and it's a star. So they're like, oh, that's the SS symbol. It's like, it's a lightning bolt.
Or maybe she likes the sky. I
I
don't know.
mean,
Like,
maybe.
I don't know.
Let me see if I can find it real quick. I thought that was so hilarious, though. They're melting down about it.
Oh, of course they are.
Oh, I found it. I did. For your
Oh, boy.
daily dose of absolute
Of
brain rot.
Tay-Tay.
I'm
Tay-Tay.
sorry. You're going to be feeling much worse about your life after this. So, Opalite already was criticized for racist lyrics, and Taylor Swift released a necklace for the song that has 8 lightning strikes, 14 chain links between each. Someone did this intentionally, and they're saying that it's the SS lightning bolts, and she's a white supremacist, and it's neo-Nazi symbolism.
I was waiting. I was waiting to see if they were gonna throw some kind of Nazi thing in there. Actually, I was gonna say that. I'm like, oh, what is a Nazi? And then you did it, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, people are so stupid. Like, do you really think that Taylor Swift knew there was going to be 14 chain links between each of the lightning bolts?
That's hilarious because, like, when you brought it up, I'm like, what is she, a Nazi now?
Right,
That
exactly.
word means nothing anymore. It means nothing. I mean, Sydney Sweeney's a Nazi because she wears blue jeans.
Right.
And these people are gone. They're just gone.
I'm honestly more offended by the fact that she's selling a hunk of plastic for $35.
It probably makes your neck green.
Probably.
I can find something nicer on Etsy.
Yep, probably.
No hate on Etsy, but I'm just saying, like, I could, and probably for cheaper too. Get a better
I just
quality.
think it's so funny that these people go to these lengths. Someone did this so intentionally. Like, when you look for racism or sexism or bigotry, when you're looking for something to be offended by, you're gonna find it. And this is the reach that these people are coming up with now. Not that I'm a fan of Taylor Swift, but
cracker bolts. I'm sorry, that's cracker bolts. What does that even mean?
Uh-oh, she won't laugh at the jokes in chat, but she'll laugh at the word cracker. I think Wicked might be a bigot.
Oops. Sorry.
Anyway, I thought that was very, very hilarious.
Insane. They're nuts.
Yeah,
people are crazy, man.
Apparently now they want to cancel her because she's not, she's not being vocal about Palestine. So they're looking for something to cancel their favorite celebrity.
Oh gosh. Yeah. She doesn't agree with them on every single thing. So time to cancel her.
Yep. Classic. Absolutely hilarious. Speaking of cancellation, we'll talk about Keira Knightley in a minute because apparently Hollywood's very, very angry with her now. Jabroni, thank you for the I know. How dare she? Saudi Arabia is taking the buy out of BioWare. Maybe. I mean, as long as we don't get any more Toshes, I'm perfectly fine with whatever they want to do. Black Ninja, thank you for the 5-0 shit. A raid when I go to smoke, I'll keep watching. Thank you for the 5. Nameless King, thank you for the 37 months. Gamers are the most oppressed group in America. Well, everybody is always attacking gamers, whether it's the left or whether it's the right, whether it's politicians or normies, even gamers hate gamers. So it is kind of true. Yeah. And hey, Zeus, thank you so much for the gifted membership. Much appreciated. Thank you so much. So we've been, over the past couple of days, talking quite a lot about J.K. Rowling. We've been talking about the Hogwarts Legacy backlash, which we'll get into. But now Keira Knightley apparently is the center of a controversy because she dared to say that human beings should respect other human beings' opinions.
Yeah, people don't like that. You gotta only respect their opinions, and that's it.
Wow. That is almost almost, yeah, a cancelable offense, I guess. So when Keira
Apparently.
Knightley told the Cider when that she was not aware of J.K. Rowling's gender politic controversies before signing on to play Professor Umbridge in Audible's new Harry Potter the Full Cast audio editions, it raised more than a few eyebrows. After all, Rowling's public feud with gender activists has been one of the most heavily covered celebrity controversies of the past 5 years. You know, I think we're all living in a period of time right now where we're all going to have to figure out how to live together, aren't we? And we've all got very different opinions. I hope that we can all find respect, which I think is a perfect statement for her to make on, the like off the cuff and like on in the
Yeah.
spotlight, because she clearly wasn't expecting to be asked that. So maybe she genuinely didn't know. I think that she's playing dumb a little bit
Yeah. But she
because,
also, like, maybe she doesn't live on the internet and she doesn't even know the extent.
yeah, I mean, you might hear, oh, J.K. Rowling's in the middle of a controversy, but you don't know the extent of how, you know, people have literally wished her dead and threatened her and tried to dox her, and how these people will take pictures of her and like stab the pictures. Like, maybe she doesn't
Yeah.
know how
Mm-mm.
terrible it truly is for JK.
Probably not. Uh, but I think that's a very just it's a neutral response, but it's also leans like I agree with her on it. Like it's okay to be neutral with that, but just to literally be like, how about we just agree to disagree, kind of, right? And don't hate each other for not having the same opinion. But she summed it up way better, and she's of course getting hate for that because we can't
Well,
all get along. What do you mean respect people who don't think the same way I do?
I know it's such a bad mentality. Like, unless you agree with me on everything, I'm not going to like respect you or respect your opinions. But there's so many people that feel that way now, and it's honestly sad, because we should, in theory, all be able to act like adults and then respect each other's opinions, unless of course we're talking about somebody actually breaking laws and, doing heinous things and killing people. Well, then okay, that's different. But if you say, oh, I believe a man is a man is a and a woman is a woman, that should be a pretty milk toast normie response. And that, in my opinion, I mean, obviously, because I agree with her on that, I don't think that people should be facing death threats for it.
Yeah, no, it's so this whole like a lot of people came out like I'll use Jeffree Star as an example because he came out around like the pandemic time and was like he's like he's like I identify as like an alien, whatever. Like he's like I'm all over the place. He's like, but this they them stuff is so stupid. Pronouns are dumb. People are just bored, and that's what it is. Like to cancel people for that reason and get mad at them death threats. That's insane. But we know how the left works. Like if you don't agree with me, you deserve to die because they're so baby brained that they can't think that somebody has an opinion that differs from them. Like it makes no sense. We can't make sense of it because putting our brains into their brains, that would be a whole migraine that we aren't ready to deal with to try and like walk in their shoes. No, but yeah. And the thing is with the science, everyone says like, oh, trust the science. Like they're all trust the science. It's like, well, science proves that there's only two genders. But don't tell them that because they're gonna fly off the handle because they're all unstable.
Yep.
I think I told you the story. Like I before I really got into any of this, I was confused. One of the first like newest terms I heard was pansexual, and I had a friend who now realizing like she was super left, like we don't talk anymore. But I asked her, and she didn't like get mad at me or anything because I wasn't trying to like argue with her. I was like, "What does pansexual mean?" And she explained it to me, and I'm like, "So it's just bisexual then?" And she was like, "Well, and then she couldn't explain it to me because I was right and I wasn't trying to be like a jerk or start an argument because like her light bulb went off and she's like, she's actually right. How do I tell her that there's more than two genders? She's gonna look at me like I'm a Looney Tune because that's exactly what would have happened. She's like, well, and she's like, yeah, I guess. Like she didn't know what to say to me, and I'm like, okay, moving on then.
But when I first heard the term pansexual, see, I'm sure you remember in like the late 2000s, early 2010s, the scene girls where they'd be like raw XD.
Yes,
I genuinely thought it was some cringy, stupid fucking term
that
that was
makes
made up on
more
like
sense.
MySpace.
That makes more sense than what it really is.
Yeah. I genuinely thought that's what it was. I was like, what the fuck is this? Uh,
Yeah.
but, you know, it's
And
not.
now look where we
And
are.
yeah, we should have checked those people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We were just
but
confused though, because we're living in reality.
well, right, exactly. And I saw, I think it was Juby had said it in chat. Yeah, if she was aware about Johnny Depp getting axed, she knows about JK, and I do agree with that. Like maybe she doesn't know the extent of it, but she had to have known to some degree like
Yeah,
how
especially if
much.
she's coming on this project, you know?
Yeah, like I feel like for anything that JK's name is a part of or anything Wizarding World, like I feel like they probably give you a brochure and a pamphlet that's like, this is what could happen to you if you accept this role. Are you prepared to take on this
Oh yeah.
backlash? Because they,
Hmm.
I get that Hollywood, there's a lot of people in Hollywood that still don't like JK, but they make so much money off of her that they do not want to rock the boat too much because she could just say one day, nope, I don't want anybody making anything with Harry Potter anymore. And imagine how much money they'd all lose out on.
Oh, absolutely. This is such a money bringer. I mean, look at even just like Universal, right? Like all the Harry Potter stuff that gets
Yeah.
sold there. I mean, look at Blabs, how much money she spends on Harry Potter stuff.
Yeah.
Um,
50% of the paycheck.
Probably, honestly.
Yeah, I
I'd be
respect it.
surprised. Hey, it's her thing, right? Yeah. But yeah, so that's what's so funny. Like Hollywood hates her, but they can't get rid of her because she's making them so much money.
Yeah, and I I feel bad for all of the people that want to, like in this case, that want to sign up for a role because they know how good of an opportunity it is. But I also feel I feel bad because they know that their careers, I would assume, right, are going to take such a substantial hit after this. Like with the Harry Potter HBO series, they're going to be working on that for probably the next 10 years. But after that, if they aren't in the top 1% most beloved actors in that series, all those other actors, if things haven't shifted, are going to be unemployable in the industry because Hollywood is going to say you're all part of a franchise that has all these terrible, people behind it, JK Rowling, and you made her money and you lined her pockets. Like, it's going to be pretty bad for some of those people.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. You're right.
Yeah, like, unless we're talking about probably the three main kids, maybe some of the slightly older actors, like the top 1 or 2% of those actors, the rest are going to face so much scrutiny. And hopefully in 10 years, we're not at the place where we are
Oh, I hope
anymore.
not. I hope
Fingers
not.
crossed.
Oof.
But you never really know. Things take a long time to change.
Yeah. But yeah, I hadn't really thought of it that way. They're probably going to face backlash. But it's so funny how people that hate her, like the creators, right? That Harry Potter people like Blabs, who she doesn't hate her, but I mean, there's ones that do because
Yeah.
she's made videos on them
They'll
and
still
stuff,
make money and have a whole channel dedicated to J.K.
and buy her
Rowling's
and buy
work.
stuff that
Yeah.
gets her money,
But
and
they'll
it
be
just
like,
makes no
I don't
sense.
condone her. She's a terrible
But look
human
at this new
being.
plushie I
Yeah.
got.
Slay, 24.99 at Toys R Us. Like, what the hell? Like, if you truly feel so disgusted and repulsed and you're so against her and what she stands for, why are you supporting her?
Yeah.
Like, it's really that simple.
Yeah, it is, but they like their Harry Potter too much.
Yeah, and speaking of more about Harry Potter, so I love the excess media getting absolutely wrecked by people, by gamers and moviegoers and readers. But of course, Hogwarts Legacy 1 did absolutely phenomenal. Last number we got was 34 million copies sold.
Wow.
How'd that boycott go?
Yeah,
But
right.
Game Rant is back at it again, saying if Hogwarts Legacy 2 wants to avoid the same boycotts its predecessor faced, the sequel cannot take the same approach that the original did. I guess for the 5 people who boycotted it, they're going to be in shambles knowing that People are gonna be in
They're
shambles.
gonna make their picket signs and go
Yeah,
stand outside of somewhere to
ex-
yell about it.
exactly. But if you're literally anybody on the face of this earth in any industry and you're selling 34 million copies of something, you're not going to change what you're doing. You're not going to change directions drastically because why would they? They made billions of dollars off of this game.
Yeah. And then
Like,
did they have a DLC for it too or no?
they did not put out a DLC, which made me
Okay.
sad.
Because it weren't I thought that
They
people
were
at
going to, but then they
okay,
canceled it.
okay, that's what I heard. All right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, it makes me sad because it was a good game. But another thing is that this Game Rant post was made on October 12th. So only a couple of days ago. This article was from January. This person who wrote this article doesn't even work there anymore.
Oh my gosh.
The last
What?
article she posted was in June.
Wow.
So they're recycling to try to get a few clicks. That's how desperate the access media is.
Wow.
And don't let you convince them otherwise because they'll say, we're doing so good. We're so dedicated, passionate. You guys have to recycle articles from 10 months ago.
That is embarrassing. Wow.
really,
Did you think that
really
people were going
is.
to notice that? Well, I guess not, because they don't think people that read it are actual, journalists like you. You put out
Yeah.
way more stuff to them.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, and they
Oof.
talk about how it needs to be different and they need to do things differently and how J.K. Rowling has hurt Harry Potter. And this makes me sad because Emma Watson had also parroted this a couple of years ago, but she should give up Harry Potter if she really loves it, trying to guilt people into abandoning their creations. Like, how disgusting do you have to
wow.
be to say something like that?
Right? Like she made that. Because she said I think it was the tweet that when she was talking about Emma Watson, that she was living in poverty when she wrote the first book.
Yeah.
So, wow, that's disgusting. And I'm
Yep.
glad that she didn't, bend the knee at all. And she at all did not change her stance or anything. I'm glad.
Yeah, because I remember, I want to say it was like in 2020, because all of the backlash that she started really facing was like in 2018. So I think it was
Mhm.
like 2 or 3 years later. J.K. Rowling had alluded to Warner Brothers offering her an enormous amount of money to buy Harry Potter from her. Just straight up buy it from her. That if she wanted to make any more content, she could, but they would control the franchise in its entirety. And she said no.
Good. Yeah. Because can you imagine what would happen to it if she gave
Yeah.
up the rights to it? How bad? Like, it would be like a Star Wars thing. It would just be completely ruined.
Well, yeah, and I mean, even with Hogwarts Legacy, I thought it was good. I thought it was pretty accurate, but even so, there were trans characters, right? They tried to add diversity into your face as much as possible, which I don't necessarily think hurt the game at all. I think Serona Ryan was minor character, the trans character, and like they didn't go on and on about their identity, so like whatever. I can look past one or two characters being a little bit annoying, or being kind of hammered in there, but we saw Avalanche, the studio behind this game, do things like that to try to appease everybody. So, it's a J.K. Rowling game, or it's based off of J.K. Rowling's work, so we're going to try to offset it by adding in trans characters to try to win back the people who were threatening a boycott. And we know that the boycott didn't work now, but those devs were afraid. And even when they had a little bit of power, you saw what they did with it. So imagine if they were the ones controlling the franchise. Imagine if they were the ones that were making these decisions. It'd probably be 10 times worse.
Absolutely. I couldn't even. I don't even want to think about how bad it would be. I'm not, a Harry Potter person, but I know that those of you who are big fans, like Blabs and stuff, would absolutely lose their minds. I mean, look what they're even doing with HBO. It's not that bad, but I mean, the Snape thing I know is like the biggest problem that people have. So if she wasn't on board, it would just be a bunch of like trans and gay people. Oh, they would definitely put trans people into it. If she had to, like, it'd be like a sticking it to her type thing too. Absolutely, 1000%. They would.
I have a feeling that in the show they are going to add some kind of trans
You
character.
think so? They could do
I
that
think
without her
so.
okay?
I think that at this point, sh- she just cares about continuing to make money. And
Yeah.
so she probably is like, well, I'll let you put one of each of these into my story. And as long as it's
Um,
one, it's fine. Because she clearly didn't stand her ground on pivotal characters like Snape. And maybe
yeah.
he was truly and genuinely the best choice because he's been in a couple of shows that I've quite liked, and I think that he is a pretty good actor. But again, when you have such a important story like Snape's and how integral it is to the overarching Harry Potter books and the show, I don't think that they should be changing those characters, especially not that any race swaps or like gender swaps are good in any capacity because they're not. But Snape is one of those characters that you think that they would want it to be as accurate as possible.
Yeah, especially because in the books was what was the description of him? Like
Like sallow
sallow, that's the word.
skin.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know. I hope it's good for you guys, the Harry Potter fans.
Us guys, you're gonna be watching it too.
I might watch it maybe to like review. Um,
Yeah.
but no, I don't want things to do poorly, be awful, but current Hollywood. I mean, they're touching my stuff, okay? Buffy's getting rebooted and like
Ugh.
and I'm not happy about that. They've already said
Ugh.
like the description on that is because like the original Scoobies and Buffy were it was such a good cast and they had the best chemistry. So, but now they already threw in like there's gonna be like a gay person in like I think a gay guy is one of them and like it's
It's
just
going to
stupid.
be horrific.
Yeah, because the thing is, it was already. I'm not into like I'm not a feminist, but like if you could definitely call Buffy like a feminist type show, but it was done properly because it was done by a man, and there's a
Well,
girl
right.
running it now, so there's a female doing it, and they're like, it's not going to be good.
I, I hate to say it this way because I do think that all different types of people can make good entertainment. I don't want women in Hollywood touching female characters. And I hate to say it that way because there are some genuinely talented women out there, but it's like Phoebe Waller-Bridge doing Tomb Raider. I know she's going to kill it. I know she's going to do an absolutely horrendous job. Like the female who's doing Buffy. Buffy's probably going to be ruined. Like when it's a female, it's like she feels like she has to prove herself by making the most accurate females or the most like feminist icons possible. And it makes me sad because I want them to do good, truly. But, with something like Buffy, I don't have, the most love in my heart for it, but it's enjoyable and it's entertaining. And I don't want them to fuck it up. It's the same way you feel about Harry Potter. You might not be the biggest fan, but you still don't want other people to ruin, others' entertainment. And you know what? I'm banning Rotor for saying Bella Ramsey would be a good Buffy. You're
Well, Buffy's
literally
coming
banned.
back. Sarah Michelle Gellar's coming back. That's why I'm like, if they were gonna take it and just like maybe do a new story in like the Buffy verse, which like they're kind of doing that, but they're still bringing her back, and I feel like they're gonna make her like kind of like the I don't know what they're doing yet, but they have it was the girl who was in I forgot her name already. But she's gonna be a new Slayer. She was in I think Firestarter or something. Let me see if I can find it real quick. It was Ryan something I can't remember. But she's like taking over the reins like the Slayer. Ryan Kira Armstrong. You know who that is?
I
She
don't think
was.
I do.
Let me see. Let's see if I can see what movie she was in.
Ryan Kira Armstrong. And with an E. Nobody's gonna know. I'm really big into period pieces, but
Apparently, she was in 6 episodes of American Horror Story.
she
I don't
was in
know.
Skeleton Crew. Wow,
Yeah.
great. Woo!
Oh, Firestarter.
Oh,
Yeah, she was.
Black Widow, another banger.
Yeah, that's what I
Jesus,
mean.
she's been in all feminist shit.
Yep.
No, and with an E, feminist. Black Widow, feminist. American Horror Story, depending on what season she was in, That definitely had some questionable content. Like, that's not very good in my
She's young
opinion.
too, because she was in I didn't see this, but the remake of Firestarter in 2022, and she's really young in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not
Mm.
going to be good.
Do we have a lot of information on the reboot
Not too much.
or
Like some said,
continuation or whatever they're
it's
calling
a
it?
reboot continuation, I guess, because they are. It seems like they're kind of rebooting, but also bringing back like some of the old characters. So far, I only know that Sarah Michelle Gellar is returning as Buffy. Um, no, there's not much information at all. Just like I said, like her Scoobies is like one gay guy, and yeah, I know Willow was gay in Buffy, but not in the beginning. And they did it the right way, where it wasn't like her whole identity. So I feel like they're gonna make it this guy's identity if they're already telling us like before we even know like any plots or like what's happening in the story that like one of her main friends are gay. So it's like cool, we already got that. It's just I just don't think it's gonna work. I really don't. I would love to be wrong, but I'll watch it and I'll yell about it on YouTube. So yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I just I don't think that something that iconic is going to be easy for them to continue or reboot. I feel that way with like Full House as well, and them going to Fuller House. The original cast was so good and so amazing. So when you started bringing in like the new younger kids, it got so bad because I also
Oh, it
think
was
that
awful.
yeah, when you compare like child actors now to 30 years ago, they also suck now, or even 40 years ago, they suck now. But I don't know. I mean, I want it to come out and be good, but with Hollywood, that's like a miracle.
Yeah, it's the kids definitely they just didn't have the same like I guess I don't know what word to use, but like their jokes didn't hit. It was like laugh track jokes, but when like the kids made jokes in Full House, it was actually really funny. Like even now rewatching, it still holds up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mhm.
I guess we'll
Well,
see.
yeah, we'll see. There's a lot of stuff happening that we don't want, but
Yeah,
fingers
that's
crossed
true.
as far as fingers
Yeah,
crossed.
I like to be cautiously optimistic. I want to be
Same.
hopeful, but
Yeah.
well, whenever that happens, it usually turns to shit in front of us. So
Yep. We gotta guard our hearts.
we really do. Spider, thank you so much for the two. Wicked could play the FF2 remake when it comes out. Yeah, so Fatal Frame 2 is getting a remake. I
Oh,
don't think it
okay.
has a date yet, but it should be probably next year or the year
Okay.
after. But the
Be
one I
fun.
suggested is a standalone. It had the remaster, so it's easily accessible. And I just played it for the first time, and I also thought that it was really good. For sure. Robert, thank you for the 4.99. Vera Virtue, did you ever watch that lame woke Batman cartoon on Amazon?
No. No. Which was that the one with like the weird animation where he's got like the really big head and I don't know. I didn't though. I haven't
Are
watched
you
any
talking
like
about
new.
the one with the female penguin? Maybe?
Oh.
That's the only
Oh.
lame woke Batman I
Probably.
can think of that's new. I don't think Googling lame woke Batman would help. Amazon
I think
Batman
that is what he's talking about.
animated series Caped Crusader? Uh Yeah, that came out last year. I'd assume that's the one you're talking
I
about.
this brew reviewed it and he pulled up a couple like clips and like
Yeah.
pictures on
I didn't
Saucy and
watch the
I was
full thing.
like,
I gave up.
no. I was like, no, I'm not even gonna look at I can't. What he showed me was enough.
Okay, yeah, Cape Crusader. Yeah, I didn't watch the full thing because I gave up, and I'm happy that I did.
Nobody needed a female penguin. We were traumatized enough with Danny DeVito's penguin.
Well, okay,
He was good, but I'm just
so I
saying.
think the reason why is that the so DC, they have a lot of rules, and basically it's that you can't have two iterations of characters going at the same time that are similar.
Yeah,
So
no.
because we had the live action Penguin in the Penguin show from the Pattinson verse, They
Mhm.
couldn't use a male penguin in Cape Crusader. But at that point, why wouldn't you choose one of the other 800 characters that Batman had at
And not
your
use penguin.
disposal? Right,
Yeah.
just skip penguin. That's perfectly fine. I love the penguin as a character, of course, but at the same time, like there's so many others you could use. Did you ever watch The Penguin?
Yeah, the one with Colin Farrell.
Okay,
I loved it.
I need to ask you a very important
Oh
question.
no, no, we're being
Okay.
screened.
Okay, listen. This in the Batman movie, okay? At the very end, his car is like destroyed, the floods, cuz you remember when it's flipped and then Batman's walking up to him, car fucking destroyed. The start of the Penguin show, which is 2 weeks later, he's got the same fucking car. Is it the same car? Did somebody fix his car in Gotham while Gotham is flooded, or does he have two of the same cars, or is it a problem? Is it a problem with the writers? Please.
It's a problem with the writers because they could have explained it like he could have been like, good thing I had a backup. All he had to say was that. Good thing I had a backup.
Thank you. Because people were like, oh my gosh. Everyone was arguing with me. They're like, maybe somebody in Gotham's got to be able to fix it. Then we got into the conversation of, oh, is it two cars? Is it two cars? I like the theory that it's two cars. Don't get me wrong. But I think I always said from the beginning, it was a problem with the writers.
They're like, we need the car. What are we gonna do about it? No one will notice. Well, Vara noticed, okay?
This is why I chose Wicked as my co-host. Right fucking here. Yeah, it's covered by double A. Shut up. No. The half of Gotham is flooded. What do you mean?
The car was an illusion the whole time.
That really bothered me. Bothered me.
You know, I actually didn't notice that. And now it's going to bother me.
Because, like, he flips his car 80 times on the highway with Batman. And then 2 weeks later, his car's fine.
They could have easily fixed it, like, he's like, oh, good thing I had a backup or something, and then you know what I mean? Just one little line could have thrown it in there.
Yep.
But they didn't, because that means
it bothers me. See,
to this day,
I'm fucking autistic, okay? And if these people hired me to look over their damn shows, there'd be no inconsistencies.
Nothing's gonna be wrong ever.
Nope, that's true. It really bothered me though. Black Cat, thank you for the 5 for both of you. Who's your favorite video game character?
Arthur Morgan from Red Dead 2. I love Arthur Morgan.
Leon takes that personally.
He does. Sorry, don't look.
I don't know.
Good thing he's not in the shot, just Claire.
There's so many good ones. Like, I love Lara Croft. I love Leon. I love Bayonetta. I love characters like Revan. I love Basla. I can't pick just one. I play too many games at this point to be able to say without a shadow of a doubt who my favorite is, unfortunately.
My default is always Arthur because that was the first video game that made me like bawl my eyes out. It affected me so much. I was in my living room just like
also yes,
headphones on
is here.
Oh wow, I didn't even notice. We've been tiny the whole time, that's why.
Well, yeah, that's true.
But no, because I was in my living room trying not to like wake anybody up, so I had headphones on playing Red Dead Redemption 2, and the ending I bawled. I'm like, anyone walks out here, they'd be like, who died? And I'd be like I would be just like losing it. So that's why I really like this character. But I agree with you. There's a lot that I love, but I pretty much just go with Arthur because he's I feel like he's just a well-liked character too. Most people won't argue with that. Like, oh, that's a bad pick. Like, nah, he's cool. He's chill. Yeah. But I also do love Leon too. He's the hottest video game character. Come on.
He is definitely one of them, without a doubt. That's for sure. Absolutely. Hollywood guy, thank you for the 2. Are you ladies worried about the Mass Effect TV show? I am worried about every show that is an adaptation.
Yes.
Period. It doesn't even matter what it is or if there's godly writers on it. And they could have $1 billion, like with something like Rings of Power. If it's getting an adaptation, I'm instantly worried.
Yep. Same.
Yep.
Same.
Tropicson, thank you so much for the dono. Hello, ladies. I'm hyped to play Forza Horizon 6 in 2026. I like Forza. I really do. I hope it's good. Never
Hopefully.
know, though. But
We're cautiously optimistic over here.
absolutely. 100%. So, Wicked.
Yes.
Do you count Candy Crush Pac-Man gamers as real
Tetris.
gamers? No, not Tetris. Don't say the T word.
Okay, no, and you
No.
know what? The reason why I know, not only because like they're using mobile game statistics from personal experience, growing up as a kid, high school, all probably even into like adulthood now. I guess I'm an adult now.
I
But no,
guess.
I guess. My friends, like my girlfriends, would call me a nerd and like pick on me. Joe, like not being mean, but like they thought it was silly that I liked video games. Like they were going out and doing stuff, and I'm like, I'm gonna stay home and play games. I played games with the boys, with my cousin, with my brother, like guy friends and stuff. That's who I played games with, not with girls. So just from personal experience, there's absolutely no freaking way 48% of gamers are girls. Just on that alone. And then when you know that they're putting mobile games into it, like, okay, so grandma is a gamer. She's a gamer girl because she plays the slots games and the freaking Candy Crush and whatever else. Scrabble.
Yeah, that's a good point. Because they constantly try to convince us that, of course, 50% of the industries, which I think is so funny because we constantly hear, oh, 50% of gamers are women, and oh, all these pretty high statistical numbers. But then you have people in on the same side, we'll just say that the leftists who will say, "Oh, gaming is not inclusive to women." So, are you saying that every single woman who plays video games is facing like harassment and misogyny and like sexism? Like the two things can't be they can't both be true because if all of the women that play video games, 1 billion women were being harassed while playing video games all the time. I hate to say it this way, the rate of female suicides being linked to video games would be insane. Video games would be banned at this point if that was the truth.
I didn't even think about that, and you're right. Because yeah, I mean, there's the joke, right? That like there's a lot of memes, like a girl gets out and playing, and then
Wicked's about to throw up the "go kill yourself" joke.
yeah, right. Like they say, like and you show like as soon as like a female says something, and they're like they just start freaking out, and then there's like that one that was just like, "Will you marry me?" Like
Right.
it's either that. It's like there's like no in between. So she on like Call of Duty is either like kill yourself or marry me.
I also wonder, now I hate to bring up this question, how many of these are trans?
Oh yeah,
Because over the
even
years
with that too, yeah.
we've seen the male female ratio get closer and closer to each other. Now it's almost a 50-50. How many of the men are considering themselves to be women now? Also, how do you even get these statistics? Because let's say I have, I don't know, 5 Xbox Live accounts and 3 are marked as female, but 2 are marked as male. How do they know that they're my 5 accounts, which really just equates to 1 female? Like, there's never consistent like guidelines and outlines of how this is the conclusion that all these sources come to. But either way, I don't think that it's fair to count just mobile gamers as being gamers. And I think anybody can obviously play video games, and it's perfectly fine if you are a casual gamer, because casual gamers are still gamers. But are mobile gamers even at the level of a casual gamer? Because when I think of casual, I think of either A, they're playing things like Animal Crossing or Stardew Valley, or maybe they're playing 5 hours a week. Those are still gamers. But with mobile, I don't know. I mean, I guess technically all gamers are gamers, but I don't know. It's my bigotry on
No, it's
display.
and also I think of with like the mobile game statistics, right? I don't really play mobile games. Like if I'm traveling or something before like for like lunch breaks or something, right? I would hop on and play like Fallout Shelter or something like that, right? That's what most of the people that play mobile games do, unless, like I said, you're a grandma who's in bed playing like Scrabble and Candy Crush. I've never played Candy Crush. I never got the hype, so I'm glad.
I
'Cause I
used to
feel like
play a lot of it was on Facebook as Farmville because my
oh, I
mom
used to
my mom
play.
loved Farmville and so I would play. She'd have my mother would literally have me do my her fucking Farmville dailies for her. Okay, when I was like 12, I was doing my mom's Farmville dailies. All right. She's like, I don't want to do this. Go to
Yeah,
five people's farms.
I remember that because I had, family sending me stuff to play things on Facebook. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think my mom played Farmville too and Words with Friends.
There was also Frontierville, which was like on the Oregon Trail that she played that I had to
Oh,
play for
jeez.
her.
Don't let my person die.
Yeah. So stupid. But
Um,
they talk about all these statistics, which I always think are bullshit because we know that a lot of these studies are so we'll just say politically motivated. They're so slanted. They're supposed to confirm a bias. And here it says just under half of gamers worldwide are women, according to a new report published by the ESA. The 2025 Global Power of Play report was compiled in partnership with trade associations across 6 continents, including the UKIE, Video Games Europe, the International Game and Entertainment Association in Australia and New Zealand. And this is the second time the report has been conducted and includes findings from a survey of 24,216 active weekly players over the age of 16 in 21 countries, which, first of all, 21 countries isn't even a lot, but
no.
24,000 isn't a lot either, especially when you look at like the ESA and UKIE, Video Games Europe. We're talking about absolutely massive organizations here. They should be able to muster more than that.
You would think, but I mean, the numbers are wrong anyways. So maybe like, oh, it doesn't matter. We're just kind of pulling
Well,
stuff out now. Like it,
right,
it's just so
exactly.
funny to me. 48, okay.
Right.
Without even knowing the mobile thing, I'm like, where are they getting this from? Because
Yeah.
it's, I'm not believing what you're trying to throw at me here.
Yeah. Well, that's because, you don't just instantly believe the propaganda they're trying to push in your face.
I'm like, a bigot and stuff because I ask questions or
I
whatever they
know.
say, a bigot, a fascist, all that.
Insane. I can't
I'm
believe you would
I'm
do
nuts.
this.
I'm certifiable.
So it says while mobile is the runaway preferred device for women, 64% play on mobile. Nearly half of men play games on mobile devices, and it's their most used device of all time. Now, I don't know if this is a bit of a tinfoil hat theory, but I feel like this is all a concerted effort to just be able to change statistics whatever way they want, because I'm sure you've seen it, and I know a lot of people in chat have seen it. The Xbox advertisements for everything is an Xbox. Your phone is an Xbox. Your Surface is an Xbox. Your iPad is an Xbox. Your phone is an Xbox. So then, because it's technically using the cloud and it's technically tapping into a console or Xbox services, therefore, all of those are no longer mobile gamers. Those can be considered console gamers. So it's like they're trying to they're trying to manipulate the way that gamers are now classified. So let's say you have, I don't know, 1,000 women. Well, while they're technically playing on a phone, they're not considered mobile gamers anymore because it's still an Xbox. I don't know if that's just maybe uh, a wild theory at this point, but I feel like these companies are so hell bent on twisting these figures in any way they possibly can.
No,
So
no,
I
that's
don't
not,
put it past them.
I wouldn't say that's a far-fetched or tinfoil hat theory because they're pulling these numbers out of somewhere. They're trying to manipulate everyone. So I wouldn't put that past them at all.
Yeah, and obviously,
I,
there are a lot of female gamers out there, and
yeah.
I don't think that only 2% of all gamers that are female play on like console or real gamers. Absolutely not. But I think a 50-50 split is It's pretty generous. Like I'm thinking personally, like I don't even know.
If you completely take out the mobile
Ugh.
gaming, I would say maybe 20 to 25% at most. If you remove the mobile gaming.
I could stretch it to 30.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, actually nowadays, because of like how many females are like streaming on Twitch and stuff, and they do it for that reason, not because like they just enjoy it, you know?
I
Um,
personally think that if I ever become president, females who stream in hot tubs will not count towards the gamer population.
no.
If you show an ass
Vara for
cheek, that's
president. You got my
it.
vote
That
already.
is it. You are not counted in any gamer statistic, period. I'm
If you
giving you
show your
negative
booty
social
cheeks,
credit score.
yeah. No, you got my vote already.
I mean, hey, one of these decades, fucking centuries, will have a female president. I just hope it's a good one.
I know. And Bilbo can be your VP.
Yeah, he still hasn't moved an inch. I think he
Did
turned
not.
around once. I think so. You better stay in camera or I'm gonna buzz you, man.
Oh, no.
I could never get him to wear a collar. I could never do that in my
One of those,
life.
you just take it right off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
never mind one that's gonna hurt him.
Aw,
Okay, there's
yeah.
no way I could even get a normal collar on him.
He would put it on you and buzz you.
He would. He'd step on the stupid fucking remote. Oh, did you see that clip, by the way, of Hassan? It was like, I think like Pokimane was there or something, and he showed a shot of his table, and the controller, the remote was on his table, and he pushed it out of frame.
No, I didn't see
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Let me see if
Wow,
I
what
can
a
find that real
what a
quick.
piece of garbage, man. I've
Yup.
never watched any of his streams, but I hear enough from other people. Like, I can't. No, thank you.
Let me see if I can find it real quick because I thought that was wild. I was shocked when I saw that because it's
Oh,
so
gosh.
intentional.
He just sucks. That's it.
He really does, and I think that
Someone
that
said Asmon clips. Did Asmon Gold share it?
maybe here's the clip. Yeah, so it's right at the bottom. And you can clearly see it. And people have
Wow.
now compared it to the remote for the actual shot caller. But then he pushes it off camera when he realizes that it's being captured.
Wow. And Pokimane was there. Like she doesn't
I,
know that
I
he's.
think it was, or it was one of the big female streamers. I thought it was Pokimane, but maybe it's not. But either way, like very intentional. And then he pushes it out of view. Oh man, this topic pisses me off so much because animals are so special. And if you don't like animals, don't fucking use them. Don't use them as props. Don't have an animal. No one's forcing you to. But he's trying to be relatable.
He's not relatable at all.
No, he's not. He says fuck the rich, but then he's a millionaire, so
Yeah,
I don't
right.
know. I don't
Mm.
know. Just me. Think it's kind of weird.
A little bit.
Oh, I had this clip as
What
well
is
that I
this?
thought you'd find absolutely hilarious. So it
Oh,
says
what is it?
Newsmax has obtained exclusive dashcam video footage of the Alec Baldwin crash on Eastern Long Island, showing the actor crashing into a mailbox in a tree. So in a like an interview that he had done, I think this was like yesterday or the day before, he said that a dump truck cut him off. A dump truck the size of a whale cut him off. And this is the video from, they don't actually say anything of note, but they like pull over and then he fucking crashes.
How did this even happen though? Like, how did he end up over there? And like,
So I think what I would assume is that
let's play it back.
because it's a dump truck, right? They're going to each house and they're slowing down, speeding up.
Garbage
It's
truck.
like he wanted to go past them
Mm.
before they actually got the got the fucking they got the bucket. And so then he tries to cut them off, which of course is dangerous, first of all, but just terrible. It's like people who will rush past a school bus to not have to sit and wait for the kids to get off the bus safely. Like, how much of a piece of shit do you have to be at that point?
Yeah, seriously. Like,
He was trying to dodge a bullet, but it didn't work.
Yeah, he's having a rough go of it, man.
He really, really is. Let me see really quickly if I can find his like the interview that he did, because of course he tries to play victim. And it's like they cut me off. And
He got that
luckily,
mailbox
I'm
real
safe.
good. It was looking sus. Was it just him in the car?
I think it was him and his brother, or he's trying to go to his brother's. Maybe that was it. But of course, you know, he, I guess, doesn't know how to drive. He doesn't know how to drive. He doesn't know how to use a prop gun. He doesn't know how to, I don't know, just be like a normal human being, I guess. Damn, 2 minutes, man. Oh my gosh, I have to listen to this idiot for 2 minutes.
Oh,
I guess if
no.
you can get through it, I can get through it too.
I can get through it.
I guess we can.
But this
You can hear that?
Yep.
morning I was in this car accident. Guy cut me off in a truck, big garbage truck. I mean, a garbage truck the size of a whale.
A truck the size of a whale cut him off. I think that's too
Look at his
good.
bracelet.
What is that? Is that supposed to be Palestine?
Oh, maybe.
I think that's what it's supposed to be.
Oh god.
A truck the size of a whale.
The guy cut me off the side of a whale, man.
I've never seen a garbage truck. It must have been something commercial for like taking away.
He's never seen a garbage truck that big. Has he ever seen a garbage truck?
I know, right? He's been famous for a
Material
while.
from construction or something. It was the biggest garbage truck I've ever seen. And
he's embellishing this story so much. It's the biggest truck I've ever seen.
Huge. The biggest truck in existence.
Yeah, I guess so.
anyway, I won't go into the details now and bore you, but to avoid hitting him, I hit a tree. I hit a big fat tree.
He didn't even hit a tree. It was a mailbox.
It was the biggest tree I've ever seen.
It's not even a tree. I mean, I guess when you went through the fucking mailbox at 90 miles an hour, maybe you hit a tree.
He went through the mailbox, but he just happened to be there.
I think that these people are living in so much la la land. Like,
Yeah.
do they not realize the technological advancements that have been made over the past 30 years? Like, everything is put on social media.
Probably not. Did you see Kim K said that she doesn't know how much a gallon of milk costs?
No, I didn't, but it's
So
not
they're in a bubble.
shocking.
No, it's not. They don't know what. They don't know things.
And crushed my car, my wife's car.
The tree crushed his car, guys. He didn't crush his
Yeah.
car, the tree did. Even though it wasn't a tree. It was a fucking It was
a
a
mailbox.
mailbox.
I crushed my wife's car. I feel bad about that, but it's all fine, and I'm fine, and my brother's fine, and bobbity bob. Congratulations, Jeff.
Boppity bop. Is he on drugs?
Most likely.
He's like a 60-year-old guy going boppity bop. For anyone in our audience that is over the age of 60, please never just be like, yeah, I hit a fucking tree, boppity bop. Please don't. I don't know if he's trying to be relatable, if he's trying to be funny, but my God. It's like, I think maybe he believes that if he puts on a brave face, people will respect him more. I don't know.
He's just like, it's the biggest tree I've ever seen in my life. After this whale cut me off the road,
Boppity bop.
Bubbity bop.
That's gonna be my next saying for the next week.
Just gonna start every video with, "Hey guys, boppity bop."
Yeah.
Everybody on the film festival. Thank you to the East Hampton Police Department, the town police department, for coming to my aid. They came in and we filed a report with them. Officer Gherkin is his name, Gerken.
He's
Some
reading
lovely guy.
Crazy.
Oh my gosh, he had to spell his name out and everything. Wow. Okay.
Hey, it's important. You know all the story details, even though he said he wasn't going to give them. Give us the story. He was only going to tell us the meat and potatoes of it, and he wasn't gonna, give the deets. But then he did, which
I'm not gonna give you all the details. So the Officer Gherkin, G-E-R.
yeah, just in case you don't believe me.
Boppity bop.
My fuck, not the boppity bop. It's gonna be stuck in my head now like the
It
whole
is.
week. I hate it. I hate it so much. But I thought that was really, really funny. I thought it was really funny
No one
because
got hurt,
clearly,
so except for the mailbox.
well, right. I feel like maybe he wasn't paying attention and he was going super fast, but he was too close to actually hit the brakes in a safe way. And so then he like drove to the side, but I'm not giving him the benefit of the doubt because he doesn't deserve it at this point. So
Bobbity bob. Had to get one more in.
it's not just me saying it now too. It makes it even worse.
The chat, it's gonna be stuck in the chat's head too. Sorry.
Apparently, it did hit a tree after the fact. Wow,
Biggest tree I've ever seen.
biggest tree. My God, I feel bad for him and his $100,000 Range Rover.
Shane, recipes fat tree / mailbox. Yeah.
Well, that was very fascinating. I saw the clip and I was like, oh no, what do you do now? That's what it is.
Right into a tree.
Boppity
George of
bop.
the Jungle.
I guess so. George of the Jungle was so good.
Yeah, Brendan Fraser. Yes.
Now that we've spoken it into existence again, we've reminded Hollywood that it exists. We're gonna see a reboot in 3 years.
Oh gosh, it's gonna be a fat guy though instead of like the abs.
Probably.
Brendan Fraser. Yeah.
Pepper, thank you for the 5. It wasn't his fault. The car just went off on its own. I know. It was it was like a magnet attracted to the biggest tree that he's ever seen.
Fattest tree, biggest whale.
Yeah. What colorful language that he used to describe that situation.
Well, he's creative. Maybe he should write a nice little story.
Maybe.
His car accident.
Daniel, thank you for the 48 months. Absolutely insane. Hello, Vara. How's your night? I bought Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare as it is the best one. The modern COD games are not good. Night's going good. Luckily, YouTube's held strong, but
Didn't break.
yeah, surprisingly. But yeah, modern Call of Duty is not good. I'm not buying the new one. I guess I could play it on Game Pass if I really wanted to, but I played the open beta and I did not like it. So I think I'm going to be not putting any time into it. I've been playing a lot of Battlefield 6 though, which has been really, really fun.
This review said that one's really good.
Yeah, it's really good.
Good.
Chris, thank you for the 5. I saw me a garbage truck. It's as big as a whale, and we were headed on down to the Love Shack. I don't know what he was thinking. I don't know. Like,
I don't think he knows. He probably had some like
he seemed
vodka before he took off, and
yeah, he seemed like drunk or high or something,
or both.
He didn't seem normal, that's for sure. But I guess we only ever see him when he's going through disaster and controversy, so it makes sense. Taker, thank you for the 2. Just another celebrity who got away with killing someone. Yeah, when you're rich, you can get away with a lot. I mean, it's like we always talk about, or at least I always talk about. It's like, fines, they don't affect the rich. They only affect the poor. It's like, who is it? Is it Bezos? The Bezos, like because his hedges are so tall, they're against city ordinance. He has to pay like $20K a day.
Seriously?
Yeah.
He pays that?
Yeah. He built a fence on his property that exceeds the permitted height, and he pays thousands of dollars a month because he just doesn't care.
Wow. Imagine having that kind of money.
Yeah. I mean, again, doesn't affect the rich people, only affects the poor people. And that's why...
As usual.
Yeah, that's why, hey, listen, I mean, they can have that money, but it's why I'm going to judge the hell out of them.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Bibbidi bop.
I'm going to ban you from this fucking stream. No! You keep saying it that I think it for like 30 seconds straight. And it's like, okay, I'm moving on. I'm not thinking about it. And then we get over here, bibbidi bop.
It's in my head. It's living rent free.
No, Spider. No. No, stop. I'm banning you all. I'm banning anybody that says bibbidi bop. So Wicked had sent this to me before we started the stream. I'm honestly very, very horrified by
Oh
this. So
my
we'll talk about this
gosh.
before we get into Ed Gein.
Because I think Kimberly, someone needs to do a wellness check on her because she is thinking she's channeling Ed Gein here because who the frick wants this?
Kim Kardashian stuns Skims fans with faux pubic hair underwear launch. Marketing genius or fever dream. How the fuck is this making her a marketing genius?
So apparently they sold out, but they had like 3 different kinds or colors, whatever, but they only had like a couple of each, which is weird. It's like I don't know. I don't know why anyone would buy it. When I was watching the ad, I thought the ad was actually cool. If anyone wants to look it up, I don't know if we can watch it on stream, but if you want to look it up, I thought it was kind of cool because they did like a 70s game show thing. And I was like, oh, what are they coming out with? And then at first I thought they were talking about wigs, and then they pan down and it's blurred out, but they show it's like, does the carpet match the drapes is what it was. And I was like, oh, like that went over my head because I did not think that she would. Oh God, that's so ugly.
I don't even want to show it. I don't even want to show it. Why would anybody spend money on this?
But yeah, I don't know.
Rich people are fucking bored.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Also, her clothing, that looks like trash.
It doesn't. It's weird. She
does not
has
look
some
good.
weird outfits. Like sometimes she'll look nice and put together and like glammed, and then other times it's like, who dressed you? You see, there's a clip of her daughter coming at her, like her little girl. Like that doesn't look good. She's like, wow, North. And
she
bad.
looks crazy now too, though.
Does she?
Oh my god. Let me see if I can find the picture. What's her name?
Northwest.
West? It's not Kardashian.
Yeah.
This right here is truly the sign that some celebrities they shouldn't have popularity and power. If this is what you're allowing your 12-year-old daughter to dress like.
Oh my gosh. What?
She's 12.
She looks like she's 25.
Yeah. This is insane. That is not okay at all whatsoever.
You can tell Kanye is not in the picture, really.
Yeah,
I'm sure he wouldn't allow that.
I'm not I'm not a parent, right? So I try to generally keep my opinions tame on other people's parenting because I do generally feel it's unfair. But this is not how a 12-year-old should look.
She's got a corset on.
Yeah. She's literally got like lip filler. But Mother of the Year is selling Does the Carpet Match the Drapes fake pube underwear. I think that's just absolutely wild. Like out of all of the different materials and fabrics and designs, like you really think that is like going to change like your public image, or like people are going to respect you or even want to buy that? Like sure, it's sold out, but I think that it probably just sold out because it was limited edition.
Yeah, well that, and also like I said, I seen that there was only a few, like literally like a few, like I saw something that said only 2, but I'm like, that'd be weird to do all this marketing and then only sell like 8 of them, you know what I mean? But like it was a very low amount. But I don't know why anyone would buy it. Even on like on the Instagram for the Skims.
Yeah.
And the site, people were like, what? Are you okay? Like, what is going on?
Exactly. And for somebody, this rich with this much influence, or so many other different things that she could sell or that she could make that would probably generally be cool. But instead, like, this is what you're coming up with. Ugh. I don't know. It's pretty weird to me.
These people are wild, man. Celebrities. Yeah. Sorry you had to see that, chat. We had to, so you do too.
I mean, technically we didn't have to, but
well, it goes in with our next story, reviewing Ed Gein, because I swear she's channeling Ed Gein with that.
I kind of agree.
Like maybe it's for the guys, actually, not for the girls.
Thank you for the $1.99 Wizard Time shorts. And Taker, thank you for the mailbox was the size of a whale box. Bippity bop.
Hey, I forgot about it that time. You're banned from your own stream.
Well, guys, that's gonna be
Been
it. Thanks
good.
for stopping by. Uh, do you think we could get away with watching this trailer on YouTube? I don't know. Doesn't
Um,
Netflix usually strike people?
Netflix does usually strike people, so I don't know if you want to just like either pan through it or we just talk about it. You pull up a picture or something because Netflix gets me
Yeah.
every freaking time, every time.
Yeah. I mean, I do have it. I do have it here. So we could just put his ugly mug onto the screen. So
Gorgeous Charlie Hunnam. They Ed. He still looks better than Ed Gein did because they did, you know. But
yeah.
so there's gonna be spoilers, and I say that because you might think, guys, we already know the Ed Gein story. Yeah, well, you don't know this Ed Gein story because, in typical Ryan Murphy fashion, he decided let's make this murderer look like a victim, but also, and now I don't think he did this heavily with like the Jeffrey Dahmer story. Like I remember that was probably the best one out of all of them, and he just followed the story. Like I
Yeah.
don't, he didn't really add any extra things. And the thing with Ed Gein is that he didn't need to do that, but they added so much extra crap that didn't happen. The Ed Gein story itself is crazy enough. He didn't need to add stuff. And some of the stuff, and I don't know if Vara will agree with me on this. I'm going to go off for a second here. I feel like it is so disrespectful to the victims' families because they added something in where, so if you don't know, it's basically as highly thought that Ed Gein actually died a virgin because his mom was super Christian, like crazy Christian, told her sons not to have sex and stuff. But in this show, they have him have sex, and they also he was like necrophiliac, which he has said in interviews like that he thought about it, but the body stunk too bad. So just keep that in the back of your mind for when I dive a bit more into it. But they have a moment in here where he has a relationship with I pulled it up because I was going to forget their names. Bernice Warden, which is one of the two women or that he kills in the like for real. But they in this show he has like a sexual relationship with her and then kills her. And like there's even a scene where he's like talking to his mom and she's already dead. And she's like, "Oh, she's a town bicycle. Everyone's had a ride." And she's like talking bad about her after like she finds out her son had sex with her. And I'm like, that is so disrespectful to the victim's family. What are you doing? Like they
Absolutely.
did not have a physical relationship, but like to also throw that in there too, her saying that about her. Like I'm like, what are you doing, Ryan Murphy and the writers? I thought it was like that part was just awful. They should have just followed the Ed Gein story. I mean, he dug up freaking bodies, and this was in like the was 40s, right? For
Yes.
like that is insane. Now that'd be insane, but for then, like then it totally just shook the entire town as it should have. And then Adeline, his friend, that he had like a girlfriend,
Mm-hmm.
uh but that wasn't his girlfriend in real life, and she was like an accomplice and like telling him, oh, you should go do this. Like there's a scene where she tells him like she's moving away to go dig up a dead body and have sex with it. That did not happen, and that is also a real life person who got backlash for kind of being friends with him in real life. And I'm like, what the frick are you doing? And there's people that are like, you're so stupid if you thought that Ryan Murphy wasn't going to do anything other than this. Like, it's a good show. And I'm like, no, think about the victims. I know like there's different types of people that like true crime, right? I watch it because I like to like dive into the mindset of these people, right? Like, why do they do what they
Yeah.
do? But there's also certain true crime that I can't watch. Like if it has to do with like kids and stuff like that, I can't do it. But there's people that like kind of like idolize these people, which I think is gross, or they just really just love consuming all this dark content, which is like, okay, to each his own, but that's not why I watch it. Like, and
See, I
Vara,
think
she probably likes to get into the mindset of these people.
100%. And I think that this is one of the very dangerous side effects of the victimhood mentality that is pushed in society today. Because I know that we often joke about, oh, I can fix her, I can fix him, and I can fix like these fictional characters that might be absolute lunatics. But because there are so many mentally ill people running around unchallenged today, they see serial killers and they go, oh my gosh, but he was actually innocent, or he was framed, or it was just such an unfair situation to him. And then we get series like this that appeal to those people that are absolutely disgusting and abhorrent. And I am perfectly fine with different series that are definitely a little bit more dramatized for entertainment value, but generally tell a pretty accurate story or a pretty like accurate version of events, even if it's a little bit embellished. But in this case, it was absolutely off the charts because you start off with Henry Gein's death, so his brother, and they obviously very heavily imply that it was Ed that did it. And in real life, there's no solid evidence either way, but they lean so heavily into the foul play. Then you have the romantic relationship with Adeline, the love interest, and them exaggerating their relationship to try to make him a little bit more, I don't know, we'll just say like
Humanize him?
relatable. Yeah, and humanize him. And then you have other elements which I don't know if I necessarily disagree with like the use of the chainsaw and all of the imagery and the symbolic of it, because of course he inspired Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So they try to throw in shots like that to like add in all these different like ties and these different references. I think that's also a little bit weird though, but there's also a lot of sensationalized elements in this for the entertainment of it all. And I feel that with each of these series or each of these, monster shows, they've gotten worse and worse. Like even in the Jeffrey Dahmer one, I thought that one was super gory, super brutal, super interesting. But even in that, they tried to humanize him and add, oh my gosh, he was bullied and he went through so much. And it's so sad that so many people didn't like him. I think that that is definitely not what they should be doing. Sure, these people are humans, or they were humans, right? And I do think that in a way, you do need to show maybe the biggest grounding factor with them. But at the same time, unless there is exact historical evidence for these relationships and these different maybe things that they do, like, I don't know, if a character or one of these people has a dog and treats the dog really good, but don't just add a dog for entertainment value. Like, because then you're just unfairly humanizing them in a way that is not accurate.
Yeah, and I totally agree with that. And that's why I think that YouTube, like, well, not all YouTubers, but at least the ones that I watch, when they handle true crime stories, they handle it very well with respect to the victims. Some of them even work with, victims' families and
Yeah.
get information from them, and they're so respectful. But then you get Hollywood, you get Ryan Murphy over here, gets his hands on this stuff, and he's like, yeah, let's make them victims. And not only that, but I feel like this was the worst out of all of them at, like, spitting at the actual victims. Because of the
Yes.
stuff he added like that. I couldn't believe that, because I'm like, I knew a little bit about the Ed Gein story, but I watched a couple videos, read a couple things before like getting into this to see how bad it was going to be. And so bad because, like, not just the relationship thing, but they also brought in Evelyn, the babysitter that he
Yeah.
kills, which that was never in the story. It was I can't remember who off like the top of my head right now, but I know he definitely killed Bernice Warden at the tool shop. Like,
Yeah.
that happened. Because the thing is, he actually wasn't a serial killer, because it's only proven that he killed 2 people. He was still a murderer, but
Right.
and then he just dug up the graves and stuff. And then, like
Yeah.
you said, with his brother, that was never proven.
It's
It's
necrophilia,
heavily
grave digging.
Yeah, but the thing is like they even said like that he never actually like did the necrophilia thing. So it's
Right.
like if that wasn't true, why they have to throw that like and so nasty
Yeah.
into this? Like, because I had people asking me that like they got to like the second, third episode and they're like, I can't really finish. Did you finish this? Because this is like really dark and like gross, and they're having a hard time watching it. I'm like, yeah, I finished it because I have to review it. If I didn't have to review it, I honestly might not have finished it.
Yeah, no,
Because
I definitely agree.
it just way too much with the like dramatization, and people are gonna look at this now and think this was really it, and they're like, oh, poor him. Like, was he a victim? Sure, like a lot of these serial killers had crappy, awful childhoods, but like that doesn't mean it's okay to go and start murdering people.
Well, right,
And
exactly.
his story is just like, I don't, to me, so my like take on this, on the Netflix monster Ed Gein story, it's another fictional telling of Ed Gein. There's some stuff in it that's true, but it's like we already got Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Psycho, Buffalo Bill, like that has already been done, and they do throw them in there, which I don't really have a problem with that. I guess like if Hollywood's gonna Hollywood something up, like throwing
Because
in
you're
little
very
mentions.
loosely basing these characters on a
Yeah.
real person. But even in, things like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, it's not like they're actually using names of like real people or like almost entertainingifying the deaths of these real individuals, which they certainly do in this.
Oh yeah, like imagine, and this was like just everything that happened when the people just the scene that the police got on, like what they seen when they went in there. Could you just imagine? Absolutely insane. And that sheriff, that really did happen, or not the sheriff, the deputy that was Bernice Warden's son that found his mom, like that really happened.
Yeah.
And then like they put that scene in there, and then before it they just like drag her name through the mud and add this stupid sexual relationship with them that was not needed. Like that, I feel so bad because I mean this was so long ago, but her son might even still be alive. I don't know. Maybe he had kids, family, like they know what happened to her, like her family, and they add this in there. It's just like that's just so tasteless on their part. But yeah, because he found her like strung up like a pig, just like sliced up, like in the shed, and that's how he found his mom. And they decided to take that specific victim and make it like that they were having sex, and then like they broke up and he shot her, and it just and then like his mom saying, oh, she was the town whore, and like his mom wasn't even alive then, so it was just like him imagining. And
Also, what is has always been something that's definitely not sat right with me. He's actually only buried like 2 plots away from Bernice.
I know they buried
Almost
him in the
all of
same-
his victims are buried in that same cemetery that he had grave robbed. That is insane.
That's what I'm saying. He grave robbed from there, but then also like I'm guessing because it's only on record that he had 2 victims and it was in that town, so they probably are buried there, both of
Right.
them.
Yeah.
That's like his grave is, but I don't think that they may have put one there now, but I'm pretty sure that like teenagers and stuff actually did like completely just defile his grave.
Yeah,
and break
so
the
now it's
gravestone.
completely unmarked. Now he's between his brother and his mother, so you can clearly see where his plot is.
Yeah.
But otherwise, there's not anything marking it anymore.
Yeah, and then the end, so he goes, he plays the insanity card, which I mean, yeah, he was absolutely insane. And he, instead of going to jail, he's in a comfy little like psych ward, hospital, whatever. And they really, that's when they really try to hammer home the
Right,
victimness
like,
of
oh,
him.
love story, and oh my gosh, he was connected to these people like Adeline so much, and he's just an old man now. Feel bad for him. It's absolutely pathetic that they did that and that they tried so hard to humanize him.
Yeah, and they had to cast Charlie Hunnam, who's gorgeous. Like the first thing we see
That's
is Charlie
also a
Hunnam's-
really bad idea, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And now he is a very talented actor, and I do think
Yeah.
that he played this version of this person well.
He did. It
But
was
at the same
haunting.
time, to pick somebody who is then going to go and be thirsted by so many women, and it makes
Yeah.
it so much easier to sympathize with somebody who's pretty,
Mhm.
that it seems very intentional. Like Netflix did not care about the backlash that they were going to face. And it's
No,
like they're
yeah,
doing it
Netflix-
for a purpose. And I don't know what that purpose is, why they would want to, humanize these people so much.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And I mean, you're right. He did do it with the previous ones. Jeffrey
Yeah.
Dahmer, not as heavily as this though.
No,
And
but
the
even
thing is-
Evan Peters is a good looking guy.
Yeah, he's good looking. And same thing with the Menendez brothers. Like, okay, if everything you're saying, that actually pretty much like the story they told was pretty accurate because that's like the court case and
Yes.
everything. But they still were like, let's get some good looking guys to play them. And apparently like TikTok went nuts. Like it went so like viral that they opened the case again and they tried to get out. And it's like, listen, they were grown ass boys, okay? And they killed their parents. If everything that they said was happening to them was true, they could have just left.
Yep,
They were grown,
100%.
but they were spoiled little rich boys that wanted the money. But Netflix had to go and make them, oh, look at the end, they get separated. Bye, brother. They're going to different prisons. Poor things. You shotgunned your parents to death, okay? And then same
Yeah.
thing, the Ed Gein thing, like this was definitely the most heavily like victimized ones. And then bringing like the Adeline thing was so weird. Like, let's do a little side quest story with her. And then none of that happened. She didn't want to go off and kill people. She wasn't like him. Like they barely were friends. And they were like, let's have him get a ring off of a dead girl's finger and it proposed to her. And
It's so bad.
It was so bad. Like
And I liked a couple of things in this, like when I think it was his brother, his mother, Adeline. I feel like there was one other character, but it typically, when he's either hallucinating or the people that he views as evil or have done evil things, they're wearing green. And I thought that was a really nice touch. It's a very interesting touch from a director and for the visuals. Stuff like that is interesting. And also watching him, you know, deal with so many people was so strange to me. Like the police, everybody in that town knows his mother's dead. So why do they never like question who he's talking to? Like when he's standing in these large groups of them, why do they never say to themselves, this absolutely strange fellow is out in his farmhouse all the time and he's constantly talking to himself. Why don't we sit here? It's because it's dramatized and that bothers me so much. Yeah, so it's like the penguin car. It's an inconsistency and it drives me insane.
I think what, like, obviously the like spitting on victims on this is what like bugged me the most.
Yeah, absolutely. But if they make another one of these, I will not watch it.
They
actually they are. They're doing Lizzie Borden. Yeah, I'm
which
not going
that
to
one
watch it.
They're gonna take a heck of a lot of creative liberties.
Oh, it's gonna be an absolute feminist slop. Oh my gosh, poor her. She was a victim of the times. Why even pick Lizzie Borden?
Yeah, that's a random one because they're like, we could do so much of this because there's not that many facts out about it.
I guess that's true.
Yeah, I'm not gonna watch that one either. This was it for me. It's not that I don't want to say that like I enjoyed them, right? But I wanted to see like their takes.
They were fascinating, the takes, and then the psychological elements, and you know, in some cases, like with the Jeffrey Dahmer one, they had some of his like journals or writings that also gave them a little bit more of an insight. So it was again still dramatized for entertainment value, but
not as bad as this.
Yeah, no, definitely not as bad as this. This one was horrendous.
And that's just like my point with this is, you know, we already got Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Psycho, Buffalo Bill, and there's other things too that have been based on Ed Gein. We've gotten fictional takes, so why didn't they take the chance to just really tell the story? Because it's horrific enough to get people to watch. Like, you don't need to add the dramatization at all.
Right.
And these stories, like the girlfriend, the babysitter, like it was all so freaking weird.
Yep. Absolutely, but I was obviously not a fan of this. I thought Netflix did a pretty terrible job, very disrespectful to the victims and family members, and the victimization of Ed Gein was pretty horrendous in this. Again, I do understand that to a certain extent, you know, he was a victim of societal pressures and with his mother.
Yeah.
I completely understand that, but they went 75% of the way when it really should have been 25% of the way. They did far too much to paint him as a victim, and I felt like any sort of message that was supposed to be behind it was completely lost.
Absolutely. And I love Charlie Hunnam, so I almost hate that he took this role, but I understand why, because his career is kind of, you know, after Sons of Anarchy
stalled out a bit.
Yeah. And he did play the role well. Like,
he did. He's a good actor.
He's a good actor. So I'm not going to give him hate for this. I absolutely understand why he would take a role like this. But shame on Netflix and Ryan Murphy and all them for just having no respect for victims in this case. It's like they forgot that this was real and they just ran with the whole fantasy element, and that was wrong.
Absolutely.
Did you see something that's going to make you laugh? What? Oh, that's a good one. Bibbidi bops.
I'm not fucking bad, everybody.
She's gonna delete her YouTube channel, guys. She's done.
Why did you say that? Bippity bop, go to Kim K's shop. That's just degenerate.
Yeah. That's worse than the Netflix
show. It really is. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
That's real life, man. That's really happening right now.
That's true. But Wicked, what are you up to? What are your plans? What's going on with you?
Well, tomorrow, Wicked's World, and I think I'm gonna play some more Revelations tomorrow afternoon because I'm really into it. I'm gonna finish it. I want to start 5 next after I finish that most likely, but we'll see. What else is there? I do want to play that game that you suggested, the Fatal Frame.
Fatal Frame, yeah.
But
It's a
I
good
might
one.
wait. I might wait until after October for that because I'm like I have so many games that I want to finish
Oh,
before spooky
absolutely,
season's
yeah.
done. So that's getting added to the list. I'm trying to get more gaming streams in. I actually was gonna game this morning, but being sick, I'm like I gotta rest until this stream. I'm like I'm gonna be all just dead. So yeah, just look out for more gaming streams, and as always on Saturday, Saucy and stuff. You guys know where to find me by now.
Absolutely. And of course, guys, per usual, I stream basically every day except for Fridays. Tomorrow, we will be starting Pokemon. That releases. I have to go and get it, my physical copy, because I'm still somebody who tries to go out of her way to get physical games. But I will be streaming that tomorrow evening, 7 p.m. Eastern. More videos per usual. Michael, last dono of the evening. Any comment on the Asmon video about the Korean streamer and the pay pig? What is the difference between a pay pig and a regular donor? I have no idea what you're talking about. So
I don't either. I'm so sorry.
Aspen Gold, Korean streamer, perhaps. I don't know. I don't see anything new. Asmon Gold, more urge creators to block pay pig viewers after a streamer's murder. I mean, obviously nobody should be murdered based on the content that they
Oh,
create.
was that
That's
the
for
girl
sure.
that like her
Yes, I think so.
follower
Because that
got
had
found her?
happened like
Okay.
months ago, but I think, yeah, just maybe sentenced or something. I'm not 100%
Oh,
certain.
okay.
But obviously not good. And when it comes to pay pigs versus regular donors, I'm not going to tell other creators who they should or should not, block or keep around or whatever the case may be. So, yeah.
Bilbo's awake.
He is! Bilbo! He knows. He knows it's time to awaken. But yeah, guys, of course, all of Wicked's links are in the description. We will be back again next week, per usual. And, we basically, between both of us, we stream every day. So
You'll find some
There's-
content. Something's
there
out
is
there.
that. But yeah, guys, check out links in the description. Follow me on social media. Make sure to go and subscribe to her channel if you are not already. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you for stopping by. And have a really good rest of your evening, everyone.